Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our trading. All right, hang on here a second. Got the screen share going on. Hopefully everybody can see my screen okay. Let me know if you can't. All right, I see we've got a couple new people in the room this morning. Welcome. I'll give you a really quick overview of what you're looking at here. And what we have is the diversified trading system along with the Raptor. So here in the top left, we have the Hawk Micro Scalper. Top right, Falcon Swing Trader. Bottom left is the Eagle Trend Trader, and then the bottom right, of course, is the Raptor. I'm following the NASDAQ, which is my own particular favorite market. I think there's lots to be said for following the NASDAQ. The smaller tick size and moves that are comparable to the more expensive markets like the E-mini, I think make it the perfect day trading market. Plus, there's usually loads of volatility, sometimes even a little bit too much. So I was just taking a look here at yesterday's session. We'll take a look here at the daily, give us a little bit of an overview. So the last week and a half, we've been stuck in this sideways trading range, waiting for the market to do something. Yesterday's session and Friday's session, both very neutral. You can see we had a rally day and then we fully reversed on it the next session, and now here we are. No opening gap for a change. We're pretty much taking over from where trading left off yesterday. We'll put that away for now. And a very soft start to the session. Here I was just making the comment about volatility, and yet we have none. For those of you who like to take advantage of your first in-sync Eagle signal of the day and your first in-sync Raptor signal of the day, looks like it's just printing right now, this hard edge buy. And here, I'll show it to you. We'll even have a chance to do it on a second push type opportunity, which is ideal. Let me get this exit order out of the way. No, it's not looking like we've got very much follow through right now. All right, let me close that order out. And we'll put that away for now. Getting a little bit of a bearish start to the morning. quick little move lower. Now with a number one signal to sell on the Raptor, we've also got the trend change signal here on the Falcon. It did form away from the trend line. The significance of that is that very often the market will pull back to the trend line if the signal forms away from it. So just a little something to bear in mind. It's not saying it's not a valid signal, rather that you should anticipate a reaction. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a reaction now here in the Raptor. I'm going to take a look at doing a second push opportunity on this number one signal. And it's still very, very early in the day. We're only like 6-7 minutes into the session. I normally don't like to trade this early. All right, so oh, they filled me right away on that, on my stop. And we should see a little bit of follow through here. If I can get another bear bar in my favor, I'm going to start to roll down here and get this trade more to a break-even type position. Come on. You know you want to. Let's go. All right, there we go. So I'll get my trade to break even, and are they going to get my profit target? Come on, you stinkers. They just kissed the profit target and did not follow through on it. Nope. Got me at break even. Well, it was worth a try. We'll put that away for now. Like I said, the market's still very early for the day, and they're kind of sorting things out. Plus, I might have been a little bit quick on that. little bit of a pushback now. The trend, if I had to call it right now, I would say the trend is down. We have broken a rather significant looking swing low right here. We're getting near that quarter to the hour mark, which is my least favorite time of the day to trade. We may actually, looks like we may try to produce a number 2 signal. That's the counter trend signal on the Raptor. If we make another move lower here toward the lows and fail to head lower, the subsequent buy signal will be a number 2 signal. Hey, way to go, Mark. Mark says, just capitalized on a couple of late filter entry signals, one pre-market and one just a little while ago. All right, well, the support seems to be holding, so I'm going to get ready here. I'm going to look to buy the next buy signal here on the Raptor, which will be a number 2 signal, or I will just buy above these highs right there. That's going to be my plan. Now, admittedly, this is a little bit on the risky side. Oh, is the support going to hold? Are the buyers going to step up? Or are the sellers just going to knock the market back down? By the way, we do have now a hard edge bounce signal. It didn't quite intersect the hard edge, but it is still a hard edge bounce. So we essentially have the market kind of in a bind at this point. We could short it below here. We could buy it above here. So it's either going to be a number 2 signal or the second push on a number 3 signal. We'll see which occurs first. Okay, I'm going to place my buy stop order. Got filled to the long side. So let's see now if we can get some bullish follow through from that. The market has come down a ways to start the day. You could certainly extend your profit objective, but you know what? I'm okay just taking the profit on target. Especially when the market is a little bit slower like this. Oh, looks like we did get some decent follow through there, now through the primary resistance line. working a possible trend change signal now on the Falcon. The Hawk already here with the first micro-macro cross higher. And here the Raptor may be going to give us a number one signal. So the cloud's crossing over. We've got the warning dot. Or maybe not. A pushback now to the hard edge. We've got the macro pullback here in the Hawk. If you wanted to get or try to get in a little bit earlier, there's a little scalp opportunity building. We've got the warning dot. Signal hasn't printed just yet, but you know, if it continues higher, we will print that buy signal. Waiting for the follow-up buy signals here on the Falcon and the Raptor, and perhaps even a buy signal on the Eagle. We were talking about measured moves the other day. The idea behind a measured move is that if the market rallies a certain direction, either higher or lower, it will have a tendency to move an equal distance on that next signal, on that next turn. It's not a hard and fast rule, but you can see on this leg here, it worked out okay. Actually gave you a little bit extra. So that would have us trading somewhere around 67.17 if this is the next takeoff point for the buyers. And let's see what we have. Oh, look at that. We've got a resistance line at 67.18. The Raptor printing the number one signal, but because everything is so, well, conflicted, I think a second push entry is advisable. Maybe a second push entry on all our signals for that matter. as we continue looking for something resembling a trend here this morning. Falcon trend line already changing over, so we're going to get a trend change signal to the short side. The hawk signal spoiled now with the yellow bars. The eagle with not a textbook green bar sell, but here's the thing. If you draw a trend line like that, this is pretty much like a bear flag. Again, I think a second push opportunity is the way to go. Allow the signal to engage, allow the market to react, and then you'll know where you may want to place your short order. But that's the way we're shaping up right now. Here on the Falcon, we're going to get that signal to sell. We've just got the warning dot at the moment. We don't have the signal just yet, and you can see we keep flipping warning dots. Green ones, red ones. Okay, so there's the signal. Oh, are you guys going to give me that chance? No, not going to give me the chance. Darn it. I don't do this often, but we can try a limit order. Try to catch it on the hash mark on the bounce back. It's a little riskier. All right, we'll leave that alone for now. Ray's asking, good morning, Eric. When you took your last trade, I noticed that it showed your target and dollar value in the... Oh, and the SL showed the dollar value. I don't see that on my trade calculator. All right. The chart trader, when you're in a live position, you can toggle between points and dollar value just by clicking on it. Same thing with your here. Let's short so you can see it. Okay, same thing with this. If I click on that, oh, why is it not working now? There we go. I see. I got to do it from here. So you can toggle between your point value and your dollar values. The stop loss value also has a dollar amount attached to it so that you can see what the dollar amount is you are risking. This is just a recent little upgrade that we've made to the trade calculator. So if you go to the members area and download the latest trade calculator, it will also have that stop loss dollar value attached to it. Sorry, I thought I mentioned that before, but obviously I forgot. One of the members requested that, said, Eric, that would be really helpful if I could have that dollar value there. So we added that in there. But yeah, to see the dollar amount, just click on your P&L here in your chart trader. Of course, if you have the real estate you can leave your chart trader open all the time. Oh, we're getting actually a hard edge, or hard edge. We're getting a late filter entry signal building here. So I'm going to look at, again, a second push opportunity. I'm going to take it below this low right here. So it's this last swing low. I'm going to use that as a second push. Oh, okay. Hold on. There seems to be a little malfunction in my trade calculator. So I'll reboot that after this trade. I was using the sell stop. If you hover over your buy and sell buttons and you roll your wheel, you can see you have the option of market orders, stop orders, and limit orders. So the place we wanted to enter is below here, and you're about to see why. Actually, I will give this trade 2 swings to start. So this is swing 1, that's swing 2. No, I shouldn't do anything while the trade is ongoing. Yeah, all right. Okay, let me see what's going on here with my trade calculator. So I've increased the stops on limit and, pardon me, ticks on limit and ticks on stop from the default, I think is 4 or 5. I've increased it to 10 just because I can move the order. I don't want it too close to the active market. But what I'm going to do is we're going to take that off, and then we will reapply it. Where are you? Yeah, so it looks like the default is 5. I'm going to increase mine to 10. And I think, where's my target? Yeah, my target is good. Okay, I think everything else works. And just bear with me here a moment. We'll give that a test shortly. Okay, just kind of waiting for the market to get its bearings. Well, we're still back and forth, as you can see. Okay, they're going to make another move lower, maybe. Certainly starting to look that way. But we do also have a little bit of a sideways trading range going on. I'm just not sure how I want to bracket it just yet. You can bracket almost any kind of trade if you can keep your stops far enough away. All right, here on the Raptor, the cloud's crossing over, so we're going to anticipate a number one signal to short there. The Falcon now with the trend change signal, the Hawk already with the first micro macro cross. So here what I would probably do is the second push entry idea, maybe short below these lows. You could even just throw your just in case order in below there. All right, so looks like they filled us. I'm going to throw a stop loss order up here. And, well, let's take a look here at the support and resistance suite for potential profit objectives. The median line back down here at 66.75 looks like a nice target. So I'll buy it back right there. You can see the number one signal forming the same time that we broke or confirmed the first micro macro cross on the Hawk. That is not unusual, by the way. All right, we should be able to find our profit objective on this one. And I'm now going to take this trade here to break even. Oh, come on. They keep kissing my profit target and then backing off. Wow. That's brutal. Scoundrels. Well, admittedly, I was stretching that profit target out a bit. So I should have taken my profit when I had it. Well, some decent swings, some half decent trades. but a bit of a conflicted market overall. Not really doing much just yet. We've been trading for almost 45 minutes and we really haven't made much headway today. Higher or lower, here a glimpse at the daily chart. You can see very, very neutral so far. A break of yesterday's low will encourage more selling. So yesterday's low coming in at 66.48 and a quarter. A move below there will certainly wake up a few of the sellers. We still got a ways to go before we get there, though. And look at that. They're down now to the median line, which was my profit target. Ooh, I hate it when they do that. Stop me out and then move on to my profit objective. All right, is this going to be my second push opportunity? Here on the Falcon, we've got a little bit of a late filter entry signal. The trend line's relatively steep. Oh, I wanted to double check, make sure this was working properly. No, why is that defaulting straight into the market order? All right, let's cancel that. Okay, so I could have left it anyways. I was using it as this signal here I was using as a second push opportunity. So I'm going to short it now on this follow-up signal. Now that the market has moved below that zone right there. And I don't know why my trade calculator on the Falcon is defaulting to the market order instead of the stop order. I'll have to bring that up with Ben. I'm sure it's something simple. All right, I'm in the trade. I would ideally now like to see, my stop should probably go back at least above that swing right there. And ideally, I should see two bars, two bearish bars, two red bars, and that will allow me to roll my stops in a little bit. Come on, play nice. What two red bars will show is that the sellers are making an attempt to move the market lower. All right, so I've got my two red bars. I'm going to roll my stop right here to reduce my risk exposure. And we're toying now with this low. Going to see whether or not they have enough giddy up to get below there. Come on. If they can trade 66.68, I think, again, this is a situation where we'll encourage a little more selling because that will keep us below the median line. No, but you know what? That is the kind of trade that I refer to as a good loss. I did everything correctly. The market just did not give me the follow through I was looking for. I reduced my risk exposure. And here we come back now with the buyers again. Oh, okay. Ray says the download at the members area for the trade calculator is still version 1.0. Allow me to send Ben an email and we'll get that new version posted there. All right. If they don't want to go down, there's a good chance they're going to want to go up. We're getting a bit of a trend change going on here on the Falcon already. The trend line's changed color. We don't have a signal just yet, but that does alert me to the possibility of a buy and a possible counter trend signal here on the Raptor, which has printed right here, that number 2 signal. So we'll see. I'd like to see another retest. Okay, this now the market retesting the low. And we'll see, this is actually a number 3 signal. There it is, the number 3 signal. So I'm treating this as a second push on the number 2, as well as a new number 2 signal. If we come back now with a buy, which I suspect we will, as the low seems to be holding, tentatively. Okay, there's the number 2 signal. You know what? I'm going to take my chances here and take it early. So I've got my buy stop order here. Here's the signal. It hasn't engaged just yet. The safer place to entry is above this high, above the wick on this candle. And I keep forgetting that that stop order is active. Actually, you know what? It wouldn't be a bad thing because we've kind of got the market sideways here. This sell order, this sell stop, while acting as my potential stop loss order for the buy order, could also be my sell order because if we head lower, we've got a number 3 signal as well. So the market in a little bit of a tight spot here at the moment. All right, so here they go. Come on. Man, they're being stubborn here this morning. A breach of this swing high right here should encourage the buyers to step up. And this is a very, very little short-term swing that I'm trying to capitalize on. So I would think we should get some follow through. There we go. Come on. Okay, I'm going to chicken out because I'm about 3/4 of the way to my profit objective and the market's starting to react again. Yet another break even. It's still a second push on a number 2 if you wanted to try it again. Alrighty, let's Put that on the shelf. Kind of nickel and diming my way around the market today. Okay, well, we'll see if we can't get one more trade going here. I am going to have to close up the trading room a little bit early here this morning. I'm doing a podcast with Top Step Trader at the top of the hour, and I need to do a little preparation for that. Oh, sure. Now I get the follow through. Now they run back to the hard edge. Mark's asking, do you have a link? I'd love to listen. I'm doing a little bit of a search here, trying to find the link to their podcast. And I think if you go to this page here, I'm putting it in the chat window. All right, gang. Sorry to duck out a little bit early here today. What I would probably anticipate is, well, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to call the market in a downtrend today. I could see a little bit more of a pullback, maybe even as high as 66.95, something that's going to kind of get closer to this trend line. But overall, I think you're going to have more luck shorting today. I think the market's going to have more of a downward bias. Or at least that's the way it's shaping up right now. If it gets above 6,700, then all bets are off. Because what's going to happen then is, you see, if this is our sideways trading range, we've just had the breakout. This now is the retest. I'd be looking for the market to resume the downtrend. In fact, you could throw a just in case order to short down below here. That's a long ways away, mind you. Likewise, you could probably throw a just in case order to buy above here at 66.90. But as I said, you've got that trend line that's going to fall somewhere right about there. So if it's above 6,700, it's probably going to make a run to the upside. If it stays below, it's probably going to stay in a downtrend. Okay, gang, I will catch up with you tomorrow. Be careful out there. It's it's a very difficult market today. Very, very quiet and sideways. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.